And I was doing some jokes on Saturday Night Live about, Puffy and Jennifer, and she got mad. I saw her at the Grammys, and she was upset with me. Now, I know Jennifer from In Living Color. She was the fly girl and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? We go back. You know what I'm saying? I remember before the J-Lo, I remember when it was just, hey ho. I'm serious. Don't try to front on me. I'm like, hey ho. I remember before the J-Lo, it was hey ho.
Hi. I used to live here. I used to live here. Huh? My name is Jennifer.
Jennifer?
Yeah, I used to live and my room was upstairs right there. Jennifer Lopez.
Who's Jennifer Lopez?
Me. I used to live here.
That women multiply whatever you give them, right? Like you give us a bag of groceries, we give you a 5-course meal. You give us a house, we give you a home. You give us a little something, maybe we give you a baby 9 months later. We multiply. But if you give us any grief, we'll give you 1,000 things. That's true too. Hey, am I right? Because we do so much for you. We do so much. We dote over you, we do all the things for you. And all we want is that little bit of sugar in return. That's it. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Why are you looking at me like that? What? You think that you do a lot too? Yes, you do. Guys do a lot. I'm not trying to take that away from you. You do so much. But we do so much more. We do all the things that we...
Oh, God. Before I get into what I have to say about this, let me draw your attention, please, to something that the Queen of Accountability posted on her page that I think fits perfectly with what we're going to talk about in this particular video. Take a look at this, please. I give to you Exhibit A. Now, I'm going to read this entire thing because I think that it's interesting and it fits perfectly with what it is that we're going to talk about and this little video that Jennifer Lopez put together. The top two pictures are Will Smith, are Will and Jada, right? Want that Will and Jada love, right? That Jada Will love, right? Shout out to J. Cole. That Will and Jada love, right? Will Smith. It says Will Smith, a man worth over $350 million, married Jada Pinkett Smith. Throughout the marriage, we heard no scandals about Will, no cheating rumors, no public disrespect to Jada whatsoever. He showed up as a husband, a provider, and a protector. Jada didn't just cheat. She humiliated her husband by cheating with a man she preyed on, then brought around their children. And when Will sought answers, she didn't take accountability. She gaslit him, reframed the betrayal, and minimized the damage she caused. Jada had wealth, access, loyalty, and stability. Jada still cheated on her multimillionaire husband with August Alsina. Beneath those pictures, we have Tom Brady and his ex-wife. Tom Brady, an American football icon, 7-time Super Bowl champion, and one of the most disciplined athletes in history, worth around $300 million, married supermodel Gisele Bundchen. I can't really read that. Listen, the text is really small. I promise you I can read. Throughout their marriage, Tom had no scandals, no allegations, and again, no public behavior that disrespected his wife or embarrassed their family. Allegedly, Gisele began a relationship with her Jinjutsu instructor, Joaquim Valente, and ultimately filed for divorce from Tom Brady. Not long after the divorce, she became pregnant by Valente and later married him. And right beneath that wonderful story, we have the picture of the GOAT, the modern day GOAT, Stephen Curry, number 30, the greatest shooter that God has ever put on this planet. Steph Curry, an American basketball superstar, future Hall of Famer, a man with an estimated net worth of $240 million. Married Aisha Curry and built a family in the public eye. In 16 years in the league, Steph has never had a scandal, never faced allegations, and never publicly disrespected or embarrassed his wife. His reputation has remained solid, disciplined, and family-oriented. Yet Aisha publicly admitted wanting attention from other men, stated she never truly wanted marriage, joked about taking her ring off when approached by a shirtless man on a syndicated talk show, mind you, and continued to make podcast appearances that repeatedly embarrassed her husband. The moral of the story is simple but uncomfortable. No matter how loyal a man is, how much money he makes, or how well he provides, for some women, it will never be enough. They will always want more attention, more validation, more options. What I just read you goes so perfectly with this video. The timing of it was heaven sent, I feel like, right? Jennifer Lopez decided to give a completely unwarranted TED Talk at a concert about what women give and multiply out of nowhere, at a concert, some shit nobody asked for. We didn't come here for that, right? Out of nowhere. Ma'am, all 86 of the people there did not show up to hear you pat yourself on the back about how great women are, how great you are. Can you get to the 2 fucking songs that we know you for so we can get home? So we can get the fuck out of here already? Because you know what else women like Jennifer Lopez multiply? They multiply misery. They multiply the number of divorced men. How about they multiply broken and completely disconnected men that want nothing to do with her? She's very good at multiplying that shit as well. Women like her multiply the desire for men to be single bachelors. That's what she also multiplies. The inherent belief that women should be valued more than men in any relationship because they're worth more is an illusion. It's genjutsu. It's mere trickery. A strong, dependable, and emotionally grounded father, a man who forms the foundation of the family unit, is irreplaceable. I promise you. Irreplaceable. Just as a mother's love is. Just as a mother's love is. Irreplaceable. Whatever God intended the social construct of a unit to be, one thing is very clear. He intended for it to be balanced above all else. See, we're codependent on one another to optimize the family dynamic. Men and women, we're supposed to be working together in tandem with one another. That's how we get shit done to the highest level of success. And when you truly do that, you don't have any room to come on a stage and start focusing on who's better, talking about who's providing what species is doing what, who needed more, and what's more important than the other, who's doing the most, who's doing this, because everything is already being solved for when you're working in tandem. We don't need any additional math here to add to this equation. Everything is already being solved. It's already being worked out. And we certainly don't need an arrogant bitch standing up on the stage that men built, telling us how much more women give to the world than men. How much more women give to relationships than men. Jennifer Lopez is damn near 60 years old and been divorced 4 different times. With her very first marriage only lasting a year. Why would any woman of sound mind listen to this emotionally unstable train wreck on legs? Why? Great women uplift, they support, they help to build up their counterpart because they understand that when the foundation is stable, then the framework for what we can build together is indestructible. It's indestructible. Men already have to go through hell out here. Men already got to go out here and fight wars. They got to fight for survival. They got to fight one another. They got to fight depression, fight thoughts of self-harm, self-deletion. They got to fight for placement in the corporate world. They got to fight to maintain their sanity in a world that keeps telling them that they're fucking useless and would be better off if they were all extinct. Who the hell want to come home and hear this nonsense when they step through the front door after a long day's work of trying to go out and provide for their family? Who the fuck want to come home and listen to Jennifer Lopez cackling in the background, telling you how great she is? You want to know what one of the greatest feelings for me is as a dad? One of the greatest feelings, I'm going to tell you. When my youngest son asks me, and he asks me all the time, are you going to work today? And every single time that I say, yes, son, I'm going to work today, he lets out a very, very audible groan. It's become a joke at this point in our household because he hates to see me go. That is one of the greatest feelings I think a father can achieve. He hates to see me go. Good moms are absolutely important, and what they provide and are able to give to their children is 1,000% irreplaceable. But men, do not allow these down bad women who have failed at every relationship with the man that they've ever had to get you to thinking that good fathers aren't just as blessed in the eyes of God. This weird little dynamic that we have going on, that the world at large has adopted, where we keep telling little girls and women how valuable and important they are while rejecting, neglecting, mistreating, and trying to emasculate our boys, is very, very poisonous, and it's corrupt as hell. It's corrupt. There isn't a single solitary functioning civilization of people that has been solely created by, led by, and spearheaded by a woman that has been successful. That isn't their gift. It's not their gift. That's why it doesn't exist. This isn't DC Comics. The Amazonians, where Wonder Woman came from, is a cool story, bro. And it looks great on a CGI screen. But the mythical man-hating warrior queen race was some shit created in a fictional world because that's the only place it can exist. Do not get this real life shit twisted, y'all. We need each other. But the world certainly needs strong, sturdy, self-reliant, self-aware, and self-dependent men to lead families. Goodbye.